Afternoon, everybody. Clint Endersby with the market report from Mount Compass for the 29th of October. 759 cattle yarded today. Generally good quality yarding. Probably not as much weight through some of the grades, but in general, plenty of weight through the yarding. Started off with the bulls today. The bulls have been fully firm for the last 2 weeks. The tops of the bulls made out to $4.20. Didn't have any of those big high yielding Euro bulls this week. A lot of good heavy Angus bulls, 1,000, 1,100 kilos. They're selling out to $4.20. Most of those bulls between $3.90 to $4.20. As long as I got plenty of weight. If you drop down in the weight a bit, you get those 600, 700 kilo bulls, $3.60 to $3.90. Into the cows. The lead of the cows was still strong and very good. And the cow, if you had enough weight in the cows and you were 600, 650 plus, most of those cows were making $4.15 through to $4.20. If they're a little bit younger and a little bit tidier, heifery sort of bodies, they're making out $4.30. But they were a little bit fussier today. And if we slip back in the weight a bit and you're back around the 550 kilos, those cows might have been 10 cents softer. Those cows selling between $3.45 to $3. Still topped out at $3.90 if they had a nice pen of dry sort of cows, nice shapy sort of cows. Definitely just a little bit more interest there, the more weight they've got and a bit more finish. The lighter end of the cows, they probably just a little bit cheaper today. We had a few cows there that were a bit underdone and a little bit, a few lame cows and things like that. They sold down from $2.20 through to $3 depending on how good they were. In the trade cattle today, steers and the steers and the heifers, the very top end, still sold very well. The best of the heifers sold out to $4.45. They were good Angus heifers around the 500 kilos. Didn't really have any super big heavy heifers today. The best of the steers out to $4.60, $4.70, $4.79 for the best of the steers. Those are some very nice pen of Angus steers, but a lot of those good steers, $4.60 to $4.70 for the well finished ones. As soon as you come back in the more manufacturing types and the crossbreds, $4.20 through to $4.40, and heifer and steer making similar money. The feeder steer today, they're just a bit cheaper as well. That's been happening the last couple of weeks. The best of the feeder steers were $4.70 for a nice pen of Angus steers. Still had some good greys and colours making $4.40 to $4.50, but you can buy a fair few feeder steers in that $4.20 to $4.50 bracket. Heifer's not far behind them in that feeder job. As long as you got the weight in the cattle and they're sort of 370 or 80 plus, they're all sort of that $4 to $4.50, depending just how much weight, but heavier the better. Getting up around that 500 kilos, they seem to be the top money. Little steers going back to the paddock. If you got a neat run of them, $5 they topped out at, I think today. Fair few steers in that 460 to 480. But in those lighter cattle, we're probably just lacking a little bit of quality there at the moment. Not too many straight runs of those real vendor bred sort of cattle coming on just yet. They're starting to make a move, but just not quite there. The heifers, same story, $3.50 to $4. Takes something reasonably special to make over $4 in that heifer run for those lighter jobs. In general, as I said, probably not as much weight in the cows this week, but still plenty of weight over the whole yarding. Everything's starting to show a good sign of the seasons, and we're starting to get some nice, fresh, sappy sort of cattle coming in. Job in general, I'd probably say it's the top end of them are very firm, and then came back to sort of 10 to 15 back on the lighter end. But that was today, and we'll see how we go next week. Thank you.